orders are as follows. Good morning, cadets. Welcome back to our Starfield playthrough where, yes, I'm actually just got back into the lodge. I'm not exactly in the same position because, yeah, I just went ahead and cleared my inventory. I didn't have to go into the well part, the well district. It was actually, I believe it was the coffee shop. I went, not coffee shop, the shop that we got the quest for the painting, and also the coffee that we got the side quest for the lady, the terraform or whatever it's called. I'm gonna look it now because no, that one aid. Where was it? Yeah, the Terra Brew. She wanted a cappuccino. The Terra Brew shop was next to it, so I just popped in, got the cappuccino. I have not delivered to the NPC just yet. We're gonna do it as we go back towards the ship. And I did invest my point into weightlifting. I unlocked it and did the challenge, this one, and apparently the next challenge is to sprint for 2,500 meters while at 75% or more. And I could have done that as well off screen. You can see I have like 110 meters, but then I decided, yeah, I'm not gonna run around for like 10 minutes, just that. I do have the capacity over 75%, so I'll probably sprint around, get more. Right, so I doubt stuff has replenished around here.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Yes, it is. Right, Vasco?
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
Oh, okay, that's another activity. And apparently we have a couple more questions. So I'm probably gonna keep Vasco because why not? He's cute and all. But how long have you been a part of Constellation?
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
I wonder if he means online as continuously active for 43 years, or it's a total of 43 years since he was activated, but in the meantime he might have been shut down, you know, recharging batteries and whatnot. Curious. Anyway, do you miss Barrett?
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Alright. I mean, I'm glad you take your job seriously.
My methods of achieving my primary goals are dictated solely by my programming, and are not subject to the same whims as humans. Even if I wished it, I could not approach it any other way. Also, I am incapable of wishing.
I wonder if we have some side quests later on for him, like to update the personality, to make him closer to humanity, similar like Data from Star Trek. Right. Anyway, he mentioned outpost development. What do you mean exactly?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment
How do I know if a planet has the resources I need?
A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
Okay, that I already know because we did a bit of scanning. But I'm curious if I need to personally hunt some of these things, or after we scan them and we have full information, then the outpost automatically gathers / harvests those resources from what I've scanned. I'm curious. Anyway, what kind of advanced structures could I build?
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
Alright, yeah, makes sense. So, I guess that's a way of like transferring resources from one outpost to another without being present at that particular outpost. I guess that's what the system means, right? And basically just set up outposts all over the planets, wherever you want and whatnot, and then have them linked up to one central one, and from that central outpost or whatever mailbox, let's call it as that, you can get the resources from all the other places.
I will continue to await your further input, Captain.
Thank you. Right, anyway, all of this sounds useful. I'll try it next time I touch down a planet.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
Speaking of that, I could use you on my crew, Vasco.
Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Alright. Manage your crew, review and change the assignments between your ships and outpost. Different crew have different skills which enhance your ship and outpost. Okay. Yeah, right. Ships, current outposts, outpost. I don't have any for now.
Hello,
Anything else?
Captain.
You mind if I ask you some personal questions?
I believe this is a process known as small talk. It is not my specialty, but I will do my best.
I'd like to know more about what makes you tick.
I will answer your questions truthfully. Unlike you, I am incapable of lying.
Yeah, I'm not lying. Who told you that? I never lie. Hey, how much do you know about humans?
Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near encyclopedic knowledge of human history, art, culture, and science. May I answer a question for you?
You speak every human language.
I have been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. The only exception is body language. My body is crafted from reinforced metal, and therefore incompatible with such forms of expression.
Ah. But that would be different. So he cannot mimic body language, okay. But he did not mention if he can read body language from other people, because that's two different things. It's yeah, you can still do something. For example, to put it simply, you can still write, you know, on a piece of paper. You write words, but let's say you write
Captain,
a language.
remaining still while stalking prey is a technique used by many predators. Are you hunting, Captain?
Not exactly, Vasco. Not okay. I kind of like some of these kind of interactions, but yeah, was what I wanted to say. You can still write, for example, a different language, but for example, you don't know exactly how to speak it. You know, maybe the accent, how the word is said, or what it means, but you can still write it. So I'm wondering if Vasco is programming that kind of way. Right, let's ask, what was the greatest invention in human history?
Logically, I believe the correct answer to be the airplane, followed shortly by the computer. Humans could not have become a spacefaring species without them. Illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that books were your greatest invention. I have spent a good deal of time processing works of science fiction. They make good case studies in how your species could have made a mess of its entry into the stars in different ways than you did in reality.
Ah, okay, I like that. And yeah. Yeah, okay, he put it pretty well. Like, logically, the things that opens up way more opportunities, you could consider that's the greatest invention. Yeah. Logically, you know, I'm surprised actually that he did not mention the wheel, because that's probably the greatest invention ever, you know. When the wheel was invented, that opened a bunch
Captain,
of opportunities.
if you are experiencing the phenomenon known as laziness, I suggest retiring to the ship.
Okay, now Vasco is just calling me out. Come on, really? You doing me that dirty? Do you want to stay here, not be part of the crew? I can do that. Or was this an attempt at jokes? Any other human jokes?
I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response. Constellation did not equip me with a sense of humor. I have done my best to mimic Barrett's.
Okay. Nah, I'm not gonna turn Vasco into scrap. Okay, he called me out. Any any particular music that you like?
This is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience enjoyment. However, I find that the music of ancient Japan has a pleasantly mathematical sound. The same is true of the works of European composers from the Baroque period. I have dedicated significant time to processing these compositions and understanding their structure.
So basically, Mozart, Beethoven, and all that.
Understood.
How did you become part of Constellation?
Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, I have been reprogrammed to be useful to Constellation.
And how did you get your name?
Constellation named me after the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama, who resided on Earth in the 15th century AD. He explored his home planet by way of its seas. Barrett tells me he was quite an accomplished explorer. I am inclined to believe it, as that is a compliment Barrett normally reserves for himself.
Alright. First off, I did not expect that. That's why he's called that. Alright, cool. That's very cool. And secondly, I'm confused that he did not say his name a second time. It was written here in the subtitles. He said it first, but then it was just in subtitles and he only said he wasn't accomplished. Did not say the full name. Ah, alright. Guess a bit of a typo either in the subtitles or the line recording. Do you remember anything from before
You
you...
have been standing idle for some time. Are you in need of an electric shock?
No, I'm good. I have my energy drink right here. So anyway, do you remember anything from before you were reprogrammed?
Some data from my time on Earth's moon remains deep in my motherboard, but I do not frequently access it. Very little of what is in those files would prove useful to modern spacefarers.
So you were built on Earth's moon?
That is correct. I am a first-generation Model A robot. As such, I was manufactured on Earth's moon. Modern lunar robotics products are manufactured elsewhere.
Then it's a good thing they were able to fix you.
Constellation is an exceptionally driven and intelligent group of humans. I would expect nothing less of them. I am powered by wheels and cogs. They are responsible for any ticking that emanates from me.
So you enjoy working with Constellation?
That is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience human emotions such as enjoyment. However, I have been kept busy since Constellation acquired me. That satisfies my directive to be as helpful as possible for the duration of my existence.
Do you miss the lodge while we're traveling?
In a geographical sense, the lodge cannot be missed. It is easily accessible from the New Atlantis spaceport, but I presume that you are using miss in this context to mean long for, in which case my answer is no. I long for nothing. Barrett, however, regularly complains about missing the lodge's amenities during our travels. This has led me to the conclusion that it is a place worth missing.
You know what? I'll miss it enough for both of us for now.
Your vital signs indicate that you are currently in a state of emotional distress, engaging in support protocols.
No.
There.
Not like that. Ah, okay. Right. This whole conversation with Vasco, like, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm talking to Data from Star Trek right now. And he was like confused by the meaning of words in the context, and he was taking things literally.
Based on our previous encounters, this does not surprise me.
And I wonder if they went that route with Vasco's personality, so to speak. Okay, what can you tell me about Lunar Robotics then?
Lunar Robotics is a manufacturing company. They are most notable for creating Model A robots. Their headquarters was once located on Earth's moon. It was evacuated during the cataclysm that rendered Earth uninhabitable. Today, Lunar Robotics products are still found throughout the settled systems, myself included.
What was the cataclysm? I hope we find out what exactly happened. And what's your read on Barrett?
It is impossible to read Barrett. He is neither a book nor a block of code. If you are asking for a summary of my observations on his behavior, I will provide one.
Did by any chance Barrett make you way back in the day?
No, I was manufactured by a machine. However, Barrett has modified my programming substantially. I have advanced linguistic capability and navigational skills. I warned him that I would require an extra millisecond to process information with his modifications, but he did not seem to mind. Apparently, my capacity for conversation makes me a more entertaining travel companion.
I mean, what I meant, did Barrett make you in a way like he designed you, draw the specs and whatnot? But again, he took it literally. I mean, he does know he almost got me killed, right?
I have only seen Barrett kill his enemies. If you do not number among them, I surmise it was accidental. What you are suffering from is likely a bad first impression. I suggest consulting Barrett on the issue at once. Barrett tells me a bad first impression is the hardest thing to break. I believe that is because he has never tried to break a diamond.
Alright. Any idea what's his story is?
Barrett has not shared many personal details with me. He finds me a poor conversation partner. Despite repeated attempts on his part, I do not understand the concept of gossip.
Have you two been traveling together for long?
My internal clock tells me that it has been years since Barrett and I began traveling together. I have traveled much of the settled systems in his company.
Okay, but you did not specify how many years. You just said years. Huh. I was expecting him to be a bit more literal on that one. Yeah, he does seem like quite a character.
Based on my understanding of Barrett, I believe he would be flattered by that assessment.
How does traveling with me compare to traveling with Barrett?
I find you to be a more measured and logical captain than Barrett. It would be quite difficult for another human to be more reckless than him. My likelihood of expiration due to corporeal destruction has been significantly reduced since coming aboard your ship. You should consider this a success.
Okay, no more questions right now.
Disengaging conversational protocols. Captain, greetings. You may.
Okay.
I have no concept of privacy.
Cool.
I will see you at the...
But that's
Do you require
right.
my assistance?
That's still. I'd like you to. Not sure if this is gonna be like Fallout and Skyrim and Oblivion and all that. I believe you can only have one companion follow you at all times. It's not exactly like Mass Effect. We can have like two, or other RPG games like Baldur's Gate and whatnot, when you can have multiple, four and whatnot. Let's trade gear.
I will keep your items safe, Captain.
Again, yeah, he doesn't have anything else. So I believe I cleared out. But yeah.
Goodbye, Captain.
Well, this was time well spent. I'm just gonna sprint around. Cooking station. Oh, are you sleeping? So this is your room. Sorry to wake you up.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
Hey, how long is gonna be this conversation? Because I feel like at least 20 minutes or something we just chatted with Vasco. What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
And what is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
All right, I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
So other people have artifacts, but they don't know about it.
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
And what's the UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Well, it is a chance to learn more about the United Colonies.
Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Sarah will be locked as your follower if you continue. Alright. Okay, got it. You and me, until we get that artifact.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
What do you mean? You don't care if I steal as long as I don't get caught? but I won't be saying that. Right, I understand.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Okay, can be dismissed until the old neighborhood is done. And speaking of security, I'm already at your doorstep.
We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast.
Okay, you gave me a name, right? How did you know there was an artifact on Vectera?
You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously.
Let's trade gear.
If you have any gear you want me to haul, I'm happy to help.
I'm curious to see if you have something. You have ammunition, right? That's pretty much what you have. Okay. And I can't give you anything just yet. Yeah, you only have ammunition. Right. Do you mind if I ask you some personal questions?
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Here we go. Any religious beliefs?
My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs.
No, there's no disappointing here. Just curious. If you have or not religious beliefs, that's up to you. Anyway, what do you consider your areas of expertise?
You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital.
And is there anything you like to do for fun besides exploring?
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly.
Right. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, they had fun. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to like Sarah as well.
Very well. Next time, then.
Besides Vasco. Okay. That's pretty
Until
much
later.
what we can talk about with her. So you are following me, right? I guess maybe she's a bit stuck in this door frame. What? She's turning around. I guess she'll just be outside.
How can I be of service, Captain?
How do I see ship? Right, frontier, crew. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna assign to ship. Ooh, alright. So she has 4 stars in astrodynamics. Lasers 3. Leadership 2, botany 1. And Vasco is decent, sure. And I'm assuming I don't have any more. Oh wait, crew capacity 1? But I have them both here. He says they are both assigned. Wait, hold up. I wanna see something. Okay, unassign. Where was crew 2? Okay. No, here it was crew capacity. So I think no, it still says 1. But it lets me assign both. And it says 1 out of 2, 0 out of 2. Okay. Right. He's out here. Then I actually still have that delivery quest. 3 days, 8 hours. Already wasted a day around here. Right, before we...
Up there, huh? Space? Must be cool. I never get to go to space.
I mean, if you want. You're not a named character, so I'd have taken you on my crew if needed. Okay, we kinda went in a weird route. Right, first things first, I'm gonna give the coffee to Donna? What's her name? No, I was thinking about Brenda. She's still following me. That's good. I'm sorry, but surely getting more running distance for the next
I'm so
trait.
excited to see Tony
Yeah,
after
Donna
work.
was her name.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis when Tony and I leave. No, probably not.
Or maybe, probably yes, but here's your cappuccino.
Oh, thank you so much. Soon I'll be coursing with bountiful energy. I'll be the most enthusiastic janitor in New Atlantis. Here, take this. I found it while I was cleaning. I figured you might find a use for it. Thanks again. I really appreciate it.
Oh, 100 credits?
Take
Thank
care
you.
of yourself.
And that should be done with it, right? Start an outpost. Yeah, I'm not seeing it here. Complete research project, craft and modify an item. Yeah, this I could have done back at the lodge, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that off screen. If by any chance we're not gonna have any, you know, conversations about it and whatnot. Okay. The objective is above me, by the looks of it. Yeah, but this seems to be like a very big game.
To protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy?
I do.
Then I'm proud to welcome you to the Vanguard. Now, you all have your assignments. Get out there and show them what the UC's made of. Supra et Ultra. Vanguard's open to everyone. UC born or otherwise.
Okay, good to know. I notice we have the bank on that side.
Problem?
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside.
Not the chair. Wanted to
Only those
talk.
on official United Colonies business can access the building.
So what exactly is this place?
This is Mast, the beating heart of the United Colonies. Every decision made in the civilized galaxy takes place inside these walls.
And what exactly is it you do here?
I'm one of Mast's resource officers. It's my job to ensure those here on official business get where they're going promptly, and that any rule breaking is dealt with swiftly.
Any work that I can do for you?
Most of Mast's employees have extensive training in their specific areas of expertise. But if you're interested in joining the UC, Commander Tuala of the Vanguard is just on the far side of the room. The Vanguard's open to anyone who can fly.
Alright.
Enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
You mentioned flying. So you had my attention there. Is this actually the same?
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
What's the Vanguard?
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
Maybe later. Sounds interesting. But we have Constellation business to discuss first.
All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
Wait, what's wrong with the Sol system, for general? I know Earth is screwed, but...
You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
That's it? That's all you can tell me? I was expecting more. Who's this Mora?
Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something.
And if he's on patrol, could be putting our item at risk.
What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Don't drink and fly. Did he mention where he found it?
You'll have to ask him. But Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that.
Anything else you can tell me about Sidonia?
Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like.
Well, great. That's helpful. Well, thank you for all your help.
Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Right, I'll keep that in mind. Because I feel I still have a lot of things. That should be activities, yeah. Okay, what's our...
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Okay.
That bad, huh? Okay, does that mean the ship is unlocked? And I can at least deliver those parts so I don't worry about the timer. Yeah, I can build a bit of CO2. We're on the verge of blacking out. Alright, 625 out of 2,500. Bye, Sarah.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat.
Yeah. So I'm assuming she had to catch the next one.
Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Maybe we'll find out. Right, so here's the Thur brew coffee, where I stepped in and get a cappuccino, and nothing else.
Okay. Hello.
Thur brew customer, anybody?
That George St. George. How many items have I lost to him?
There is a unnamed character, except these guys here,
Thanks
right?
for choosing Terra Brew.
Nope,
What can I
employee.
do?
Hey.
Not now. Can't you see how busy I am?
Okay. So you're not in the mood to chat.
Take
What
it
about
from
you?
an old man. Everything is precious. But some things are a little more so. Here one moment, gone the next. I tell you, you must cherish everything and everyone while they're here. You never know when you may lose them.
Well, it takes time to grieve, but in the end, your loss will get easier with time.
I hope you're right. You see, I lost something invaluable. Lost it in a bet, if you must know. It was one of my most prized items in my collection. It was a gem. Priceless, no doubt. And its beauty was blinding. Life seems a little less bright without it. That scoundrel George St. George has it in his possession now. And knowing that fills me with such envy and anger.
If you miss it that badly, there has to be a way to get it back then, right?
I agree. I think I know just the thing. St. George, like myself, is a collector of trinkets and relics from Earth. I have in my possession a plate that I'm sure he won't be able to live without. Please, Would you be my hero and go exchange the plate for the jewel? I'm sure it will work.
Why can't you do it yourself then?
Oh, God, no. I could never face him myself. I'd be sick just at the sight of him. St. George would never give the gem back if I went myself. He would gain a smug satisfaction from declining the offer.
Aha. So you're giving me the plate, and when I go there, I'll just say that I had the plate all this time, and don't mention you. Is that right? Sure, I can make the exchange for you.
Fantastic! Here's the plate. Come back to me when you have the gem, and please don't drop it. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Guillaume, by the way. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Old earth plate, right. What if he rejects the exchange? Are you sure the plate is enough?
I can assure you with near certainty he won't decline. As much as I hate to say it, St. George and I are cut from the same cloth. We both adore relics from Earth, no matter how large or monetarily valuable they are. They are a piece of human history, and that means a lot to us both. It pains me to part with the plate, but I happen to have a few others in my collection. If it means sacrificing one to get the gem back, I will.
Are you from the area? I mean, city or system?
Yes, I've been blessed to call New Atlantis home. When I was a younger man, I would travel the settled systems with no home to call my own. I was a nomad, if you will. But out of all the places I've been, no place quite spoke to me like New Atlantis.
And are you a gambler by trade?
Ah, not by profession. I work out of the Valberg building. Gambling is a vice I've indulged since I was a young man. And I've amassed a great collection of trinkets and valuables from it. Alas, recently my luck has soured and my collection is dwindling by the day. But I can't stop, right? I can't just quit. Because what if my luck returns?
Well, the most important part of gambling is knowing when to quit when you're ahead.
A lesson I still have yet to learn, unfortunately. Thank you. I will try to take your advice to heart.
What type of things do you collect, per general?
I collect all sorts. Gems, novelties, old Earth trinkets. Anything and everything that has some sort of value, monetary or otherwise. One of my favorite possessions is a fork that was used on Earth. How amazing is that? You'd be amazed what people will wager in a bet. I've won and lost some truly breathtaking things. My collection, as it stands, is quite valuable and substantial. It used to be more so, but my bad string of luck lately has affected it.
All right. And looks like that gem must mean a lot to you.
It does. It was the first item I ever collected. The start of it all. I received that gem when I was a young man. To know that I foolishly wagered it, threw it away. Well, I won't make that mistake again.
All right.
Ta-ta!
I'll see what I can do. And what exactly would this be? Make the exchange with George St. George. Missions. Show on map. Biosensors. Agent Plato. Wait. Is he not on this planet then? Really? Because it shows here. Commander Tuala, right. Okay, where do you... So I guess he's in the Mast district. Right? Looks like I need to take the train again. Right. Yeah, that's... It's a lot to explore around here. So I might need to just ignore some stuff.
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
And hopefully I don't miss anything very interesting, you know? Because if it's just maybe side quests that are fetch quests, you can probably ignore those. So I'm kind of interested in some quests that give more. There's a bit of more story to it.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
Well, thank you. Good to know. You have... No, you don't have digipix and whatnot. Okay then, so... I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. There's quite a lot to do around. How am I doing with the certification here? Just halfway between a quarter and half. Cool. Yeah. I'm not gonna do gem jealousy for now. I'm gonna select this one. We're gonna first deliver this if it lets me, and then yeah, maybe continue a bit more of the main quest, or we'll see. Yeah, for now, as I said, it's a lot of things, so I'll have to see how I'm gonna organize the episodes, because I don't wanna have too much of side quest for a long period of episodes, a batch of episodes, and then, you know, do a bit of the main quest and then have another 10-20 episodes of just side quests. And plus there's a lot of conversation as well. I mean, this episode, I feel like we did a lot, but not quite a lot, mainly because there was conversation, which I enjoyed. Yes, the conversation with Vasco was interesting, and yeah, really felt that I was talking with Data. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode, and I'll see you next time. But as always, don't forget to take care.